Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspire. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. If you're seeing that red live button up at the top of the page, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are because, well, just because it's Monday and we're crafting today. We haven't crafted in a while. We want to see our friends, so come on in. Say hello and you pop on so we know who's there. I won't scare anybody off by singing. I better quit. Okay, I'm going to bring up my computer so I can see some comments. Happy Monday, friends. Let's see. Let's slow it down, slow it down. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Stop already. Hello, Miss Kathy, Miss Diana, and Miss Mary. Welcome in, friends. Come on in. Jump on and join us. We haven't crafted in a hot minute. I mean, I've done some pre-records down here, but I haven't gone live in a while. Mom's like, are you going live over the weekend? She's like, are you going live? I was like, I don't know, maybe. And then I never got a chance to. Sometimes it just gets a little busy. Did you make the bee? I did, Miss Leona. We made Wilby on a, this little bee down here. No. Little bee I did not make. Wilby I did. No, the little bee I got from a craft show a while back, probably a few years, about 3 years ago, and I just found him one day randomly. Hello, Aunt Anita. So I just decided I was gonna throw him in the mix here. He felt lonely, and he felt like he was part of this family, this Wilby Pickles family. So I'm gonna slide our friends on over here to the right so they can watch. You guys, we're going to do a really cute craft today. I saw this on one of those videos. You know how you watch those? I see a lot. Does anybody else see a lot of videos that are like not in English? You ever see those videos that are like Spanish or whatever? And you're just like, what are they doing? You can't understand. I mean, if they talk, you can't understand them. But if they show supplies they're using, it's not usually in English, so you don't even know what supplies they're using. It's probably like decoupage or something like, like a decoupage medium or something like that. But you don't usually. Hello, Mother. I know. I told them. I said, Mother asked if I was gonna craft, and I said, I don't know. So here I am. So anyway, I came across this really cute video that I saw, and I was like, let's do this, because honestly I can't do a lot of thinking when I do too much thinking during the day. I can't think at night. I just can't. Let me get my lighter here. I'm trying. Did you make Mr. Pickles? Miss Diane? No, Ms. Pickles was made. It's Miss Pickles, because it's Mr. Wilby and Miss Pickles. They're a couple. She was made for me. I can't think of what her name. I think her name was Carol. I can't remember Carol's last name, but Carol made her. Okay, we got the positivity candle lit, so we're all good to go. Now, this is just a piece of yellow felt. Okay, I went over to my felt stash and I wanted to find like kind of I wanted to maybe use like a light blue or like a light pink, but Miss Kathy doesn't really love pink, so I thought, well, let's just go with yellow because it's neutral. It's right in the middle. So to make this circle, I went over to all of my, I was looking for something round, so I used this plate. So I just traced it out, cut it out, boom, here's our piece of felt, okay? So we're gonna set that aside. Now, the material I'm gonna use, because I'm gonna use some material as well, okay? So, I'm gonna use this right here. It's really pretty. It's got like a green, it's got orange and yellow flowers. And, oh, you're okay. The Pickles identifies as a miss. I mean, you never know these days. But it's Miss Pickles. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm gonna take my what's this called? Oh, friction pen. And I'm just going to draw the circle so we can cut this out. Okay, I did save a little bit for, and I actually did one of these before I went live, because I'm like, okay, I probably should at least know what I'm doing here, A lot of times I just fly by the seat of my pants, but I didn't want this to fail. I hadn't been on for a while. I didn't want to lose any more followers. Oh, shoot. Anyway, it's all good. So how's everybody been doing? Everybody good? My husband and I went to Sam's Club after work. We had to get some stuff. And I was like, I started looking around. I'm like, look at all these really pretty flowers. And I was like, oh yeah, we better start thinking about Mother's Day. He's like, what is it? I go, this weekend. All right, so I'm going to get that ink right off around the edge of this plate because I don't want to ruin the plate. Don't want to ruin the plate. Okay, so that's good. So let me set that aside because I don't think we're going to need that again. So I'm just going to take my fabric scissors. I'm going to just cut this as close as I can, and then we can cut it out the right way. Okay, so here we go. We'll throw this aside, but I'll fold it after. Don't worry. Nobody fret. Oh, colonoscopy. Hello, Miss Liz. Thank you for sprinkling colonoscopy tomorrow, Miss Kathy. Oh, Lordy Lou. Miss Kathy's hurting through a screen door. My husband said, I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to that doctor again. I said, why? He goes, that colonoscopy prep was just awful. I'm like, every doctor does it different. Mine did pills, like 2 bouts of pills. Like I had to take all these horse pills, and his was like you had to do this and do that. There were a lot of steps to that, but that was a colorectal doctor, so maybe they see something different. I don't know. So I was like, it was different from the first time, and I said, really, if you don't have any issues, you shouldn't have to go back to a doctor again for that, because before you were cleared for 10 years. The only reason why you had another one now is because your diverticulitis acted up. So I said they snipped a polyp, so you shouldn't unless you have issues again, which, who knows. So you're starving? I bet. Is it at least first thing in the morning? Because there's nothing worse than them scheduling a colonoscopy at like noon and you're just like, oh my God, I could eat my hand. Hello, Miss Alita. How are the dogs? They're good. They're good. I actually, I came down here while they were outside. So I heard Edna run all the way through the house. She ran all the way from this end to this, from that end to this end. She sounds like a little horse. And then she ran back because she didn't see me. And then she was sitting at the stairs at the door up the stairs here crying. I'm like, oh good Lord. But then I went up there to get my phone charger, and she was outside just laying in the grass, just laying there enjoying the grass. Oh, you have to be there at 6:30? Well, that's good. Dulcolax, Gatorade, Miralax. Oh, good. Hello, Miss Jeannie. How are you, friend? So I'm gonna take my dryer and just get rid of that ink from that friction pen on the edge there. So if you use these pens, just take a little heat to it and it makes the ink disappear. Voila, magic. Just like that, magic. Okay, so now we have our 2 circles, okay? So I'm just gonna fold this in half. And it is Cinco de Mayo, so this is kind of like a taco. Anybody having tacos tonight? We are not having tacos today. I don't even know what we're having. Not sure. I bought stuff to have fajitas again because that's kind of like taco, kind of like celebrating Cinco de Mayo, Taco Monday. But I don't know. Okay, did I get that pretty? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty centered. Pretty centered. That's pretty good, Miss Kathy. That's pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to mix this up. So instead of cutting both of those, in half like that, I'm going to take, first of all, let's get some more glue. I'm going to take some glue, and we're going to glue that felt onto that material, okay? So basically, you have some felt, you have some material. I'm not having any, wait, you're not, wait, you can't have like Jello or clear liquids? They got you fully restricted. You can't have nothing? Nothing? Okay. So I'm just going to start gluing all the way up to here, okay? All the way up to here. Okay, right about there. Good. That stinks. Okay, we won't talk about food. Miss Kathy's gonna be hungry. Oh shoot, it actually is a really nice day here today. It was so cold in our office. So cold. I had my heater on all day and they've turned our heat off. So I have like a little space heater. Oh, that's not enough. Oh, I know, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just trim right along here so we have two sides, okay? This is not how I did it the first time, but this is how I'm doing it the second time, just because. Just because. It just seems like a good thing to do. All right, so now you have your little taco with material on it. So I'm gonna go along here and glue it a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave a little bit of a little space so we can stuff it. We're gonna stuff it. Stuff our little taco. Oh, Miss Kathy, we shouldn't talk about the tacos. I forgot. Stuff our little half moon. How's that? A little half moon. So you just have a little space here for some poking some stuffing in, okay? Just a little, ooh, got a little glue there too. All right, so let's glue this one on. Glue this one on. Oh my goodness. So I was starting to think about doing more or doing some sales, some live sales. It's been chilly. Nice. Hello, Be Happy Cottage 1983. What is your name? I cannot remember. I am so sorry. I cannot remember your name. But I love that page name. I'm awful with names. Awful. It was cold this morning. Oh, I had to go out. So there's times when we have classes. I've talked about this before. We'll have classes out at our Air National Guard base here. And we had 2 today. So I had to go out for the first one. It started at 7:30. So I went out about 7:15 to get out there. I pull in. Hello, Miss Sandy. I pull in. And the guy's like, you've been selected to have your car randomly searched. It's like a game show. Like, you've been selected. That's not like it's not a good thing. So I'm like, oh, great. I wish I could win the lottery that easy. So, I pull over. Hello, Miss Sparky. I pull over to the side, and there is a soldier, and there is a like a guard. So they have like at the gates they have like contracted guards. Okay, I'm just reaching down here for some polyfill. So I'm like, okay, I just wanted to get to the class, right? I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? He's like, I'm gonna read you the instructions, ma'am. Hello, Miss Lindsay. Oh yes, that's Lindsay. Welcome. Thank you for reminding me of your name. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, yes, Lindsay. I'm awful with names. Okay, let me get something to stuff this in here. So, he said, I'm going to tell you. I'm like, oh, God, okay, fine, tell me. So, I didn't do that. They are a little intimidating. They do have guns and everything, so I just try to behave myself, right? try to behave myself. So anyway, he reads me all this jargon about if I refuse to have my car inspected, it could, result in me not being able to, be on the installation, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. It's not the first time I've had to have my car inspected out there. So I'm just like, okay. So I knew what to expect, but I did say, hello, Miss Becca. How are you, friend? I did say, just so you're aware, I will pop my hood. I'll pop my hood better, but you're going to have to open it because see, they want you to open it. They want you to open your door, all your doors, your trunk, your glove box, your center console. My husband even said they didn't have you open your gas tank. I'm like, nope, but they could have, but they didn't tell me I needed to and they didn't ask. But anyway, because I'm like, listen, the guys that change the oil have a hard time opening the hood. Do you think me, a little old lady, can open her hood? No, because you can see the thing, but it's a pain. So the guard or the contracted guard, he goes, well, here, let me try it. So he tries it. He couldn't get it. I'm like, I wanted to say, see. And then the soldier, he started messing with it. He finally got it. So I was like, thank goodness. So then they went all the way around my car and they had to wand me to make sure I don't know what I was, they had to wand me. And I was on my way. It wasn't a big deal. However, I did panic a little tiny bit. I panicked a little tiny bit because he said, I'm going to need your license, your CAC card, if you have it. And I'm like, how do you think I got in here? CAC is like our identification that they have to scan to get into the base. I don't know why he thought if I had it. And your proof of insurance and your registration. And I was like, what if I don't have a proof of insurance? Because I'm really bad about that. The registration was right in the center. We're getting ready to get new registrations. What am I making today? I'm keeping it a secret, but so far we have little tacos, stuffed tacos going on here. But it's gonna come together real quick here, so you guys are gonna see it. So anyway, what was it? Where was I at with that story? I don't know. Oh, the proof of insurance. He goes, if you have an app with your insurance, so I have State Farm, so thank goodness I could get on the State Farm app and pull up my insurance, because what were they going to do if I didn't have proof of insurance? They're going to tow my car? And so I went back to work afterwards and I was telling one of my girlfriends, I was like, this is what happened. She's like, oh my gosh, what if you didn't? Little pierogies, see, they look like it, don't they? She's like, what if you didn't have insurance on your car? Like, what if I just didn't? Because she's like, so many people don't have insurance. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what they would do. Impound it? Hello, Miss Julie. How are you? They're impounding my car. I don't know. I should have asked them. What do you do? Next time I go, I'm going to ask them. So whenever they have checked my car where I work at the Federal Center, because we park in the gated lot, and whenever they check, they're not that thorough. But I mean, I guess that's a base, and I don't know. I think it could be the same, but it's not. I don't know. Anyway, but then I go to the first class and make sure everybody's there for that one, and then I go down to the second one, which didn't start till 8 o'clock, and these people were coming in. They're like, I would have been here sooner, but I got checked for a random. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did too. And then the next person comes in, I got checked for a random. I'm like, how many cars were they checking? Good Lord. That's a lot. I mean, they must have just had a big frisking them on Monday morning, making sure they're not bringing any contraband in. Now, the other time that I got stopped, I was on my way out, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what do you care what I'm taking out of here? Unless I was taking something that belonged to them. I'm like, oh, shoot. Anyway, I don't ever say this stuff out loud, you guys, because I am smart. I'm not getting arrested. We got a sassy one here at the gate. We're going to have to detain her. I'd drive them nuts. They'd be like, okay, go. Just go. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, that's how my morning started out. So, anyway, that's okay. It was all good. Didn't take up too much of my time. I just remember that. Okay, so not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just a little bit. You just want to puff up your little pierogies. They were bored. No, they take their job pretty seriously. Those guards, I'm all trying to be funny and like, ouch. Last week I got randomed when I was coming back in from getting my car, so I had to get my car fixed, and my husband took me at lunch to get it, and I came back and they were doing a random, this was just where you go through the door, and if you have your purse, they have to put it through like you're going to an airport, you know, we have one of those detectors, and then they got to walk through and, you know, all that stuff. And I was like, for heaven's sakes, because he had a pizza pocket. Because I'm single, I would have put my hand on my hip asking me to get a good pat down. So, the secret to the pat down, Sparky, is to have something metal in your pocket or your shoe or something. That's the secret. Okay, you guys. I'm going to take some twine. Now you can use like a rubber band. When I was watching this video, they used a rubber band, but I'm just going to take some twine. I'm going to go right in the middle and we're going to squeeze it together. Squeeze it together. So yeah. Oh shoot. There's no pat downs. No pat downs. That's too funny. So I'm just going to tie that in a knot just twice there. Miss Diane, you're onto something. You're onto it. Miss Diane's onto my little plan. There's one. Well, let's do the other one. These are cute, you guys. Like I said, I did one prior, so I kind of knew what I was doing. Semi knew what I was doing. Just semi. So you guys, we had a sinkhole. We had a sinkhole on the road over here. Last week, the hole. It had a fortune cookie. That's awesome. It could be a fortune cookie, I guess. Like, so apparently the city had a sewer, like a main break or whatever, and they were fixing it in the middle of the night. So apparently this was like, this is right next door to my gas station that I go to. My gas station. Well, let me see if I did that tight enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. So I go to work the next morning and I see the road closed and I look over and I was like, what the heck is going on? And that's when I read about it. That at 1:30 in the morning, they were working on the sewer main, whatever. But when they went to finish and they do whatever, fill it back in or whatever, and go to drive, go away or whatever, go away. Somebody drove over it and it went. There was a huge hole, you guys. It was huge, huge. It was huge. Anyway, the road was closed for quite some time. Yes, we're making a butterfly. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this brown. This is brown floral, like wires covered with brown paper. And I'm just going to take, I don't know, like probably that much. And just do it like 4 times because we're going to make this for our body. It's going to be like way too big, but I would rather have it be too big than too small. Too big than too small, okay? So let me trim off. So we just have the 4. We're going to just take this 4 pieces and I'm going to start twisting them. So yeah, we had a sinkhole. Like, it was crazy. And then it was a big joke about the potholes in our area. And yeah. But clearly, like, so from the sewer, the water back, the sewer or whatever, backing up or whatever, it flushed all the dirt off from underneath the road. It's a really big hill right there that goes down, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But I'm just glad whoever ran over it, they weren't hurt or anything. And their car was damaged to some, but they didn't fall into the sinkhole, thank God. It's crazy. That'd be like a ride, wouldn't it? So it was, at least it was like early 1:30 in the morning to, I don't know, whatever time that actually happened. There was like light traffic because that's a very busy intersection. Then yesterday, I went to go up and get a pop and somebody went through, I guess somebody said they were drunk and they hit, this was just like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they hit a car. You guys look. They hit a car. We're going to make a cute butterfly. And had the whole intersection was closed again. I'm like, goodness. These police wrecker services are busy. All right, I was just kind of straightening that up a bit. So, you guys, we're just going to like squeeze these together. We're not going to and I'm just going to wrap this, okay? That's why I made it like long. Now, you can do it another way. You don't have to do it this way, right? You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it, but this is how I'm doing it. All right, so I'm just going to twist this around right here. Like so. And then we're just going to come up like that. And then I'm going to trim off this extra. So here's what it's looking like. Oh, isn't it cute? How easy is that? Now, the video I was watching, they use that, what's that? It's that thicker wire that has like, Dollar Tree has it, but I don't like it because the paper and the wire always comes undone. You know, like it's, you know what I'm talking about? You probably know what I'm talking about. I just don't like that kind, but it's kind of, oh, it looks like kind of like this right here. Now I think about, I have some right here. Kind of like this stuff right here. They use something like that. It's a little bit thicker, but you see how it always comes undone, and I just wanted to use my little dark brown wire because I think it looks really cute. All right, what was I trying to do? Get a paintbrush here so I can kind of twirl our little antennae. Antennae. Let's see. I think I need to make that a little bit shorter. There you go. Wired jute. That's, you know, I never know what these things are. Yes, wired jute. Well, I don't like it. I don't like it. Comes undone too easy. Okay, let's see if we got that kind of somewhat the same. No, that one's a little bit longer now. Hold on. Let me readjust my twisting here. My husband is watching TV. Can you guys hear it? It's like super loud. I'm like, what the heck, dude? He's probably sleeping. Oh, wait, could he use a pipe cleaner? Yes, you could use a pipe cleaner. Totally could have used a pipe cleaner. All right, I'm probably going to have to just twirl this one up a little bit because it's a little bit longer. But it still looks cute. I don't love that one as much, but here, look. Isn't it stinking cute, you guys? I mean, if you wanted to glue, and you can adjust that because this little guy is not stuck. I mean, it's just twisted on there. Okay, here's the first one I made. It's the same kind of deal. I mean, it looks the exact same. I just wanted to do one ahead of time. Okay, so I kind of like this one better. Maybe we'll use that one. I don't know. But what we're going to do with it now that we have it assembled, I found this wreath, this heart wreath. This is a Valentine's wreath from Hobby Lobby. $5.99. I'm sure I paid 40% off or more. I don't know. Found it. It never made it into the Valentine's bin. It was just sitting over there, just minding its own business. And I thought, well, let's use this, okay? So we're going to like hook our little butterfly like on like something like this. We're going to hook our little butterfly up here. So if we, you know how it looks like it's just kind of like hanging, hanging there. I'm not going to do it on yet, but it's going to be something like that. But I'm going to take some greenery and we're going to put some greenery on the other side over here. How stinking easy is this? Isn't it so easy? I'm sure you guys, now the video they use, and I almost said an emery board, an embroidery hoop. You know, I got like a million of those, but I had already found this and I thought this was really cute, this little heart. So I decided to use it. Now I just have this little sprigs of greenery. I'm not sure, I think maybe these are from Dollar Tree. I did a lot of cleaning over here this weekend, and I took a bunch of crafts that, you know, were kind of like, you know, seasonal crafts that I needed to put away. You know, like Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving crafts. Fall, Christmas, I had Easter, Valentine's, stuff I needed to put away. So I ended up putting them into bins and stuff. I don't know if I love that. Maybe we'll just glue that one like right there. Because my daughter-in-law is going to be closing her her business until after the baby's born, well, it might be a while, but she's going to end up closing, not being, you know, working in her little space anymore. So we're going to house the bed down here because they don't have any place to put it. So I had to make room. I had to make room down here. You guys like this? I think it's going to be cute when we get it all put together here. So I'm just gluing this down to hold this. So I went through and I tidied it up. I mean, there's a big old dance floor down here now. Mother comes down here. She can dance a jig down here. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room down here now. My husband's like, you didn't throw anything away. You just hit it. You just hit it. Rude. Whoops, I didn't say. Rude. Mind your business. Go away. Go away. Actually, I made him come down here. Hello, Miss Dina. I made him come down here so you could see my progress because I was pretty proud of myself. Because my son told me Friday night that he was going to come help me. He's like, I'll come help you, Mom. And I'm like, you don't have to come help me. He's got other things he needs to get done. You know, they're nesting right now. They're nesting. They're over halfway there. All right, there's that little piece there. And I think if I can put this little piece right here, then we're going to add... Let's glue these down up here. So, yeah, I had to make room for that. Now, if we put it just right, I could probably plug it in and just like lay on it, and it's a really nice bed. No, probably what we should do is cover it up so it's a white bed. It's super nice that she has, so we probably have to cover it up so it doesn't get nothing, you know, dusty and, you know, all the things down here. All right, let me glue this piece on here and I'll hold it up so you guys can see what I've done so far. Just kind of adding a little greenery on the edge of our wreath. Whoops, like so. Haven't glued this down yet. We might move this down a little bit more. I was just using where this grapevine wraps. I was just using... The butterfly was trying to get a drink of my pop. She's doing good. She's doing good. She is doing good. All right, let's see. I think we can put that right in there. I kind of like when it just kind of goes right where I want it. I might not even have to glue that. I'll just leave that out there right now. And then let's see if we can put this one. Like I said, when I was cleaning, I found these 4. They fell out of something. I don't know who's missing their greenery, but somebody somewhere is missing greenery. Because these were just kind of like, these 4 pieces were sitting in a chunk of styrofoam. So they were on something, they were attached to something at one point over in that mess. I don't know what it was. I didn't notice anything missing, but who knows? Who knows? All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they hear something. Okay, you guys, so we got it like this. Got it like this. Remember, our butterfly is going to be doing something like over here like so. So we're going to put some flowers up in here. And then have our little butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. Okay, flowers. Now, I have... When did they find out the gender? When they have the baby shower, which is June 28th. June 28th. Okay, so I've got some daisies. I think I'm going to use those. I'm going to take my dryer to them. Hello, Miss Glenda. How are you, friend? Yep, June 28th. All right, we open those bad boys up with our heat. Let's see, maybe we can put one right there. I might have to glue down some more. Maybe we'll put one like down here. Oh, we'll see if we're gonna use all those. I got some yellow ones. We'll use one of these yellow ones too. This one's kind of, I just got some flowers from a friend for my birthday. I know, right? I was talking to her parents yesterday on the phone because her mom and I are, you know, working together and figuring out things for the shower. And her parents have a home. She has a sister, a half-sister and brother-in-law that live in Tennessee. And her parents ended up buying a home down there. And instead of like, because they go down like at least one week a month, I believe. So instead of doing like, oh, it's your son's birthday, well, happy birthday to your son. Instead of, you know, doing Airbnb and having to board their dog all the time, they bought a house. I thought that was genius. So they were headed down there. So we were chit-chatting on the phone and they were saying the same thing. And my sister is the one who has the baby, the gender of the baby, but it's sealed in an envelope in her safe. So we were just like, oh, who said that was a good idea? Who said that was a good idea? No, none of us know. None of us are going to get to know. She's not going to tell anybody. She's going to keep that. She won't even look herself. I know she won't. All right, so there's a white one. There's a yellow one. I have some of these little orange. These are like from fall stuff. These are like fall stuff. But I thought this was kind of a cool orange to throw in here. So I grabbed these because we do have orange. Orange. You glad I didn't say apple? Hello, Miss. Wait, where did I go? Oh, here it is. Let's see if we can. I might just clip that all the way down and just stick those in there. Yeah, that should be some good color. All right, let's just glue this. Let's glue this white one down. Glue it down. So nobody's going out partying for Cinco de Mayo. Don't have any partiers on here. Wrong crowd. I don't know. Sparky, you aren't going out partying? You're not going to call the firemen to come save you? You've been partying too much. Oh, shoot. Oh, goodness. All right. Trying to figure out how I want to put that on there. Add that orange in there, right there. Add this little orange guy. So my husband and I went out to breakfast on Sunday morning, I guess yesterday, and on the way there, I saw an ad pop up for this lot of vintage things, and I was like, ooh, I must have it. So I contacted the lady and I'm like, is it still available? She's like, yes. I said to my husband, I go, will you take me? It's about a 25-minute drive. And he did. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Now I think I want that one right there, but I got to put some more stuff right in here. Let me grab another one of these yellow or orange ones. Cinco de Drinko is what we used to call it. That's right. That's right. Let me tell you, a few years ago, I should have asked my girlfriend when I saw her today. You remember when I went to Vegas a few years ago? Blake and I went to Vegas for our friend's birthday? For our friend's wedding. They got married yesterday, May the 4th. And I'm telling you what, we stayed down at the Golden Nugget, downtown Vegas, right? And that place is pretty hopping, like every night until like it gets to be like, I don't know, 11 o'clock or so. And then they shut it down, right? I mean, they're respectful of the people. I mean, obviously there's houses nearby. But I'm telling you what, the night of Cinco de Mayo, which was a Thursday, they did not shut it down. They were rattling the hotel windows. It was so loud. I was like, it was all like, I don't know. What's it called? Mariachi music? I don't know what it was. It was music that I don't know what it was. That looks cute. Now I feel like there needs to be a little bit something more right in here. I have a sunflower. I don't know if maybe that would be pretty. These are bigger. Maybe this little sunflower guy would be cute in there. So that was the only wild time. And really, I'm not a drinker, so I was more of a gawker. I was gawking at all the people. Fremont Street people, if you've been there, you know. If you know, you know. You've seen pictures, you know. All right, let's stick that right in the center right there. That'll be pretty. There's some really interesting people in this world. That's all I can say. And a lot of them live in Vegas. Oh, a lot of them live in Vegas. Yes, they do. That looks cute. I love that. All right, let's attach our beautiful butterfly just to get a feel for what this is going to look like. Now, let's see if I do it like that. What do you guys think? We hooker. Let's put this hooker right on here. Let's hook her on here. Should we do it like this? Kind of, so the heart's straight and it's kind of a little bit on an angle. What do you guys think? I think that's cute. we could glue it on those 3 spots right there. You guys like that? I gotta commit. Once we glue, we're committed. Let's see. Like I said, they used, in the video I watched, she used, or I can't remember what the page was called. Fern and Love, I think maybe is what it was called. Fern and Love, something like that. They'd used an embroidery hoop, so they had a little bit less surface to glue on, but I found this just laying over there, and I thought it was stinking cute. Look at that. You could just hang this on a little hook, put it on your door. Stinking cute, isn't it? Now we could add a little bit more. I've got this little yellow bunch of, this came off, I don't know, something over there. Let me just take a couple of these and just poke them in there. You like this idea? See, I was trying to figure out something I could do that was just real, not making me think a whole lot, right? That's about all I can, that's about all I can do. I can't think a lot. Just can't. I just can't. There, we put some of those around that yellow one down there at the bottom. That's cute. Stinking cute. You guys just grab your scrap flowers. These are just flowers that, a couple here, a couple there. Just scraps. Use your scraps. Oh, what I was saying about sales. I think I'm going to start doing some sales on, I don't know, like once a month or so. I'm going to start, I've got so much stuff from estate sales. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I should just start reselling. I have so much stuff. I'm like, there's no reason why I can't start reselling some of these treasures. And at some point, I will get to where I will do some like, it is very springy, isn't it? I think it's so cute. Where I'll get to, you know, have some like maybe some of my buttons. You guys are always picking on me about my buttons. Maybe I'll do some button bundles. Some, you know, I've got material that I can cut. Just, I have so much stuff. There's just so much stuff that I could throw in. I think it would be fun. So I may do that. I may cut back a little bit on the crafting, which I already kind of had. Not that I don't want to craft. It's just, it's a lot. And then what I'm finding is I have so many crafts, I can't get rid of them. You guys, and you become inundated. If you're a crafter, you know, like you get so many and then you're like, what am I going to do with all these? What am I going to do with all of these? All right, I'm just sticking some of these little white paper flowers in here just for a little bit. So that may be the future route I go. I don't know. Things are changing. Facebook is changing. Facebook doesn't love us as much as they used to. They're just not nice. I don't know what Zuckerberg's got up his bee in his bonnet, but you got purple and green buttons. Oh, you want the purple and green buttons. You know what? I was doing a craft last night, pre-record. I got to finish tonight. And I was using yellow buttons. That's buttons I don't have. You guys think I have so many buttons. Well, when it comes to yellow, I don't have a lot of yellow buttons. Darn it. Because I was using like 8 yellow buttons and I'm like, I needed a certain size. That was kind of the thing. Like, I was trying to make it, you know, symmetrical. And I just couldn't. All right, you guys, what do you think? Let me bring it over here. So we added some just different stuff in there. I think it came together really cute. Now it's all different flowers. You could do all the same flowers, but it doesn't matter. You've got orange and yellow flowers on the butterfly, and you've got some orange and yellow and white flowers. And you could just hang this up on your door, on the wall. It's such a cute little thing, isn't it? Donate to local senior center and they use them for bingo prizes. Oh, that's a great idea, Miss Linda. That is a great idea. I'm gonna have to call around and see what places might do that around here. That was a great idea. I have to do that. Yeah, there's just so many, you know, so many things you could do. You guys like this? I think this turned out so cute. So remember the person that I Love and, I think it was Fern and Love or Love and Fern, something like that. The page that I saw them make the butterfly on, she used an embroidery hoop to put hers on, and she just did some different flowers. Now, the only thing that looks the same as hers basically is the butterfly, the shape of the butterfly, because I did the exact same thing. But like I said, she used that thicker stuff on her. You could use whatever you want. Like somebody said, I can't remember who said it. You could use a pipe cleaner. Super stinking cute. DG has some beautiful spring flowers. You were shocked. You know what? Thank you, Miss Leona. I haven't been to Dollar Tree in the... What did I go there for? Oh, I got some of those frames. You guys want to see the vintage haul I got from the gal? So I didn't realize this lady that I went to her, my husband took me to her house. She has a little like I'd seen her before. She has a page. She has like almost 10,000 followers. She's not a crafter. She does furniture and then picks. She's a picker. Let me show you real quick. I could see myself making a bunch of these. These are so stinking cute. Okay, let me grab my haul. Okay. You ready? Okay. This wasn't from my haul. These are two little doilies I brought down here because Mother and I went. There was an estate sale right by my house. Did I tell you guys about that? It was right by my house. And I didn't get what I wanted there. There was one of these little guys. It said like a scoop, but it's a candle holder. I thought maybe I had a candle over here. I probably do somewhere. I was gonna say I could stick a candle in it and show you. I thought I did. I don't know. Anyway, little rusty, crusty little scoop. Then there was one of these little sifters. It's got a little measurement on the side. These are just fun little vintage things. And there was one of these little spatulas. You came in late. Did you show how to make the butterfly? I did, Miss Dawn. I did. They're super, whoops, upside down. Super easy. Super easy. Then there's one of these ricers. You guys know the little ricer? Little. Some of these have some really good resale value. I was looking on Etsy and eBay or whatever. You know, you can take a picture of items and see. Now this one, I love this one. I thought Mother was looking for one of these. It's a sifter. It's a triple screen shifter. It's a shifter. And then I have some of these. This little grater, little cutter. Gotta be careful on those little bad boys. And then she had this in here, which is it's another. It's a slicer, but I don't know how the heck it's way in there. I'm not sure. I've never seen one like this, but she had this one in there. The blade's way back here, so I'm not sure about that one. And then I don't think this is very old, but this was in there. It's a cheese cutter. You know, your little cheese. Yeah, a little sifter. And then I have two rolling pins. They look like good ones. Two rolling pins. I love rolling pins. And then, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I know one of you is going to want this. It actually smells pretty good. It says Men's Club on it, and it's a shoe shine box. And it is full of shoe polish. There's a little brush, like. This was probably used by the shoe shine guy. They used to have a shoe shiner at the store called Meyer, because some of this polish says Meyer on it. It's too funny. I didn't even see this part until I got the stuff. But it's got some Meltonian boot and shoe cream polish. There's another brush down in there. I'm not going to dig it out because it's shoe shiny. Let me flip this around. Then on this side, it's got some more boot. Well, it's, you know, you got to get the right. Oh, this is Red Rouge for the Red Rouge boots. What was this one over here? Hold on. Let me see what boots. This was for the Cordovan Marin Roux. Cordovan Marin Roux. Let me look at this. I didn't open this one. This one looks like it's burgundy. Oh my. It looks it's for your purple shoes. You know those men with the purple shoes. You guys ever see a shoe shine place? I'm trying to think where some of the truck stops down in Indiana had little shoe shine. Oh, there's just some little brushes in there. And then, there's one more of those. Oh, this is called Cadillac Leather Cream. Navy. Oh, this guy, he really had the hookup. You got your navy shoe. Maybe I should open a shoe shine. Do people even do that anymore? But then there's these big ones. The black, it's the standard. Looks like that might have leaked a little bit. And I think there's a petrified stink bug on there. Do you see that? It's a petrified stink bug. If my daughter-in-law was here, I'd chase her with it. She's just kidding. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. She's pregnant. I wouldn't do that. Wait till she's not pregnant and then chase her. So those are the really cool things that she put together in a little lot. And I snagged those bad boys up. And you guys might see them again someday. But that was fun. I love this little guy. I wanna zhuzh him up a little bit. I definitely want to do that. So, you guys, thank you so much for me. Wait, your grandparents used to have a set of shoe stuff. A few of my uncles still do. That's awesome. Isn't that funny? That's like a lost thing. I feel like that's like something you don't see anymore. Does anybody see a shoe shiner? Do you have to specialize in the shoe shine? I mean, I bet you could mess up some shoes, so you probably should really know what you're doing. Military shine. That's true, Miss Diane. I should take that up to my husband and say, show me how you shine shoes. That's right. They do. Oh my goodness. You guys, thanks so much for being here with me tonight. Thanks for jumping on, joining me. I know I haven't been on a lot lately, but I appreciate you being here and on your Monday night and your Cinco de Mayo. Miss Kathy, good luck tomorrow with your clean out. It's a piece of cake. It's a good nap. That's what I like. It's a good nap. So you guys have a great night. I'm gonna go get myself something for dinner because I'm getting kind of hungry. Thank you so much. I will see you again soon. Have a great night. Bye bye. Whoops.